Hey guys, welcome to my Friday live stream. How are you all doing? Please join me. Let me share myself out. Then join. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hope you all are doing good. Where is it again? I forgot. Hope you all are doing good. Hi guys. Hi guys. I hope today's topic uh interests you all. Welcome everyone. Just excuse me. I have to share to my community. Okay. Welcome to 1 hour live section with Ifechi family. Mama. Hey guys. Ooh, how will let me put add to. Hey guys. Last week was so interesting, and thanks to everyone who contributed and who joined last week. Please join this week as we discussed this beautiful topic. Join. Hello guys. What's this? Oh, Mifichi. Mifichi is not yet here. Hello guys. I've not seen anybody. Don't click out if you. Yes, I know. Chibuzo. What is that? Hello. Ella, come here. If I see you here again. Hi guys. Welcome to this live stream. Last week was so Hi Sisoni, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to our Friday section of discussion. Oh, now my video you watch so thank you. I post videos on Tuesdays, Friday, and Saturday. So thank you for your support. Thank you for joining. Our guest is not yet here, so we can just start off. Okay, I'm coming. Please share me out, Onisis. Please share me out so that more people can start coming. Last week was tough. Last week own was so interesting. It's about friendship. And today own is about marriage. It's going to be basketballs. So our topic for today is let me get the topic, just a minute. Oh, it's not your video. Hi, Sis Oni, please share me out, share me out. The danger of third party. You will fold the cup now. Our topic for today, done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. I appreciate. The danger of thought. Hi, Sis Rosemary. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Thank you so much. Please share me out so that people will join, so that we can start our Friday discussion. Guys, finding topic is not easy. God help me with this Friday section. It's not easy. So today's topic is danger of third party in a relationship or marriage, gender role and equality in marriage. So this is what we'll be discussing about. Our host is not, our guest is not yet here. Very soon she will join. Okay, she'll join very soon. Share done. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So let's start talking. Let's start talking. If you see me looking, oh, please, did you guys see ads? It's important. Did you see ads as you're coming in? Hope you reminded mommy. Yeah. Sis Oni, mommy is here. Okay. Thank you so much. If you did you see ads? Please, if you saw ad, let me know, because I don't know what is happening. I didn't see ad though. Oh, just a minute. I need to use another phone to set it. Wait, I did not see ad. Hey, voila. Let me set it. Let me just give me a minute. Let me set it up. It's not opening. Okay. Oh my God. And if I should, mommy greet. I've not seen. Okay, I'll be joining shortly. Okay. Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, what is happening? Mama, can you wait? Okay. Oh, guys, sorry, I'm finding it difficult to log in with. And if I should go out of this place, it's going to be difficult to. Okay, that's what. If I should log out, it will be difficult again for me to join. I want to put ads, but I don't know what is happening. Thank you guys so much for joining. So, our today, hi Jane. Hi Jane. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Hi Sis AA. Thank you so much for joining. We are here to start. We are here to start. Okay. Even we have not started yet. The topic for today is and okay, we can start discussing before mommy will come and share her thoughts. What do you guys think about the topic? First, tell me what you think about the topic. Because the topic is written there. Hey, I don't know what is happening. Why this thing is not coming? I want to set ad. but it's not possible to set ad. Thank you so much, Sister AA, for joining. Oh, why is it difficult now? Okay. Hi, Sis Rosemary. Someone is greeting you. Thank you guys for being patient and joining. Okay. Please, what's happening? Oh. Bego. So what do you guys think about the topic? And please share your opinion in the comment section so that we'll not be wasting much time. Please share your opinion in the comment section. Then I will add my 2 cents from what I have gathered so far, because I've done my research, and from what I gathered so far, and I will share with you guys. Okay. So the danger of third party. There are lots of dangers of third party in a relationship, in marriage. I hope this topic is interesting like last week. Oh, I hope. Thank you so much. Please share me out and give me thumbs up. Okay. Share me out and give me thumbs up. Everyone here is married, and so I want to hear your opinion in the comment section. What are the roles of equalities, the roles you think a woman plays in marriage, and what is the role you think a man plays in a home? Okay, so that's I just break it down, the topic, and the danger of third party. Okay, let me switch it here. Thank you so much, Ma. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Such a honor.
Hello, everyone.
Thank
Hello,
you
everyone.
for honoring
Sorry.
this invitation.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you. Sorry, I was a bit delayed because you know, when it comes to certain things in life, you have to get your priorities right. And the priority for
Yeah.
me now that Daddy was out, and I have to tell him that I'm going to be in a room. I'm going to lock myself. That we are doing this. And
Right. Okay.
so when he comes back, he will start looking for me. I've kept whatever he needs for him. So
Okay.
yeah, that's why I was a little bit yeah. But welcome everyone. Welcome everyone.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
honoring the invitation.
No. That's that. This is my like my baby. This kind of topic is like my baby.
Yes,
So
that's why I look at who is on this YouTube. I know that is good on this.
yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, greetings to everyone in the chat. Before we start, you know me, I always like to have a word of prayer, because whatever we are going to say today, whatever we are going to discuss today, it is not by our own might or by our own power or by our own knowledge. It's by the grace of God. So we have to commit everything to Him. So let's just have a quick prayer, and then I'll go into, I think we have the 2 dimensions to this discussion today. I don't know. You combine it. It's a long. Both of them are supposed to be like different topics altogether. Supposed to be third party relationship would have been, yes, because it's a big deal.
I thought it's because I thought it would be small. That's why I just add that one.
No, you know, when people talk about third party, sometimes our mind just goes to one thing. Oh, these in-laws. Oh, this person. But there's more to it. But we'll see how we get on, because we are looking for a topic. So this would have been one, and next week we do the gender equality.
I'm looking for more topic. As you see me, I'm still searching for more.
Yeah. So we'll have done this one and then do the other one next week. But it's okay. We can touch on the 2. I just want us to do justice to both of them. So we'll see how we go. Before then, our gracious Father and our Lord, we thank you for today. Thank you for this gathering. Thank you for this live stream. It is not by our own power, it's not by our own knowledge or wisdom, but it is by your own grace that we have gathered here today. All the people that are in the chat, those who are going to come later, those who will replay this live stream, I pray that everybody will benefit from it and that all glory will be given unto your name. Amen.
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 Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay.
Okay, mom, let me
Third
welcome some
party.
people that came recently.
Okay.
Clement Treasure, thank you so
Okay,
much
that's
for
fine.
joining us. Blessing Posh TV, thank you so much, ma, for joining us. Gift Eddie, hey, my sister, thank you so much for joining. And somebody just dropped a comment I did not read. Rosemary, I think. Okay. First thing is, I should say, first thing, no marriage is perfect. Exactly. And Onyi TV said, nice topic. I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. But me, it's a no, no, no. All right, you have to be specifying. Okay, no sharing too much can kill your marriage because, okay, so sharing too much can kill your marriage because what worked for A might not work for B. Exactly, Sister Rosemary. Thank you
Absolutely.
for that contribution.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yes. Yes. I mean, yeah, those contributions already are on point because what we are going to be discussing today, as despite the fact that I've been married for so many years, it's not one size fits
Yeah.
all. What works for me
Mhm.
and what has worked for me for these past 40 years may not work for most people because we are so different and our needs are so different. In fact, when we
Different.
come to gender equality, that one, I think I wouldn't have more to say there than the danger of third party, to be quite honest, because there's a
Okay.
lot that will come out. But what we have to, before we even go into this topic, what I want everybody to have an open mind. And just like what he said in the chat, it's not what works for one may not work for another. All we are sharing is ideas, and then we'll see if we are able to pick something out of it. Oh my God. I mean, this room, I didn't bring the fan because I thought that the window is open, that it would be okay. But yeah, so don't mind me when I'm fanning. I'm a menopausal woman. So even when people are cold, I am hot. Never mind now that it's weather. Oh, sorry, that is summer. Right. Third party in marriage. When we hear third party, I wonder what goes on in our minds. What kind of people do we class as third party in our marriages or in our relationships? For me, over the years, I've come to realize that third party is not just what I used to think. Oh, when you take the pastor said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder, let no third party. And to me, in those days when I was young in marriage, third party means don't let your mother-in-law come and disrupt your marriage. Don't let your sisters or people come and disrupt your marriage. Don't tell them things about your marriage so that they don't give you advice that may not be helpful. But actually, third party is more than that. Third party can be actually when it's just two of you. When it's just two of you, your third party can be your spiritual leader. It can be your parents. It can be a friend. It can be your colleague. It can be your hobbies. Hobbies and other interests that we have. That can be third party. Sports, in-laws. As I say, church events. Yes, church event. That's a big one. It can be a third party when they come in between couples. Then that what third party is all about. And then when you start having children, your children can actually be a third party. I don't know if anybody will agree with me on that one, but your children can be a third party as well, because when all the things I just mentioned, when they come in between you and your spouse, then the love could be there could be some disruption in the love that you have for each other. So you need to work to protect your marriage by avoiding some of these things I listed out. Some of them will be, people are always going to church. I don't say don't go to your church. I don't say don't listen to your pastors. But unfortunately, some of this too much church going, too much churchianity have been a big third party in marriages and have actually damaged some marriages. Marriage is only as strong as what it costs you to protect it. Let me say that again. Marriage is only as strong as what it costs you to protect that marriage. It needs both of you to work for it to work on at it for it to be balanced. In other words, you value what you invest in. If you really value your marriage, or if you invest in your marriage, you obviously will value it, and vice versa. Marriage is I will describe it as executive club where two-person makes two of you decide in that executive club, how do we run this? What do we get out of this? It's not about the other person, it's not about third parties. What do we, two of us, what do we want out of this marriage? Never mind other people that you're using as distraction. Those ones can be a distraction. Even if no matter how much you love your parents and your siblings, once you get married, it becomes something a little bit different. It doesn't mean that you're going to neglect your parents or your siblings or don't do anything else with them. But the relationship between you and your husband and your spouse and your siblings and your parents becomes that it has to be all defined. All of them will have their own definition. And based on what the Bible says, your husband or your spouse, your wife, becomes your major priority because the two have become one. It's no longer, oh, that woman disgraced herself. She went out there and disgraced herself. Or that man, because some people refer to their husbands like that or their wives like that. Oh, that stupid woman I married, she went there and disgraced herself. No, she did not go there to disgrace herself. She went there and disgraced us because both of you are in it together. And if you keep using that kind of words, that means that you don't really know what marriage is all about. So without me going out of what we are discussing, you have to create a safe place for both of you in a relationship, because third parties, they can become quite destructive to your safety, to the safety of that marriage. What do I mean by that? When you start involving third parties, maybe you go to work, you're moody, you're not happy, and your boss is a man and you're a woman, and you're always coming in bossy and not happy. And your boss is like always asking you, what is the problem? Each time you come to work, you're not smiling. Is everything okay at home? They have now got one step in. Is everything okay at home with you and your husband? And then women, being who we are sometimes, thinking that boss means well, will now start sharing. Yeah, not really. He does this, he does that, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. And what betide you if one of the reasons why you're not happy is because you feel that your husband is not fulfilling his role as the man in the house, in the bedroom. I mean, I'm not talking about when we come to gender equality, we can talk about things, but we will betide you if the reason why you're feeling like that when you come into work was because you think that he's not doing what he should do in the bedroom, or that he's always out and that he's never there. Your boss or your colleagues are not the right people to share these things with, especially. I'm talking about men and female here, because some men, honestly, sometimes you wonder, are they really men? Because they will go out and start talking about their wives as well to their colleagues or to their superior. And they will now start saying to you, oh, how can he be behaving like that to you? We are what I'm saying now is a case I've dealt with. So I'm just using that as an example, because I'm not talking about what I've read out somewhere. It's what I've actually dealt with some years ago. And the person will now start saying, oh, you are such a beautiful woman. And they will start complimenting you. And they will start saying all that. Those things that your husband never said before. Maybe because you've added a little bit of weight and your husband will be talking about your weight, which should not be happening in marriage. Even if your wife or your husband start getting pot belly, or your wife start getting bigger, whether they've had children or they have not, and they just started adding weight after marriage, the best way is not to body shame them, because it will push them outside. And once they go out there and see somebody who compliments them, they start feeling, oh my God, so really? So what my husband or my wife has been saying is just to belittle me. So I'm actually this good, and they'll start falling for that person. We are all human beings. These things, people can say, oh, I will never do that, I'll never do it, but don't say never until it comes to you. So when that person now starts saying this, and there you are now opening up more and telling them more, and maybe saying this, they're doing this, I don't like the way they are, to the extent, let me shock you people, to the extent that some women have actually told another person out there that their husband, that they want them to be shaving down there. I'm talking about the man now shaving, and it's not shaving down there, and I don't like it when we are having I don't like it. Excuse me. Why would that be? Yes, I've heard this during counseling.
Like,
who have, yes, to that extent of saying something like that to somebody else, even if it's your own mom or your own parent. Wow. Don't even say it, but they've said it outside. This particular marriage I'm talking about today, there's no marriage there anymore. There's no way. When you start like that, eventually one thing will go. And that thing that went was that marriage. And unfortunately, there were children involved.
Yeah.
So things that can disrupt marriage or that can cause people to separate or go their separate ways, actually, sometimes it's not a big thing. In our eyes, it's not a big thing, but actually it's a big thing. For example, this example I just gave now, why will any woman or vice versa be going out there to complain to somebody about something as intimate as like that? Why can't you discuss it with your spouse? If they say that they don't like shaving or they don't like this, just leave it. And then after some time, discuss it again in love and say, we discussed this before and you didn't agree. Say it again. The way you say it makes a lot of difference. So there are simple, silly things that causes problem for people. You have to guard what you say to people out there, especially opposite sex. Because once they know your weaknesses and your vulnerabilities, that's it. That marriage or that relationship is now shaking. And then you go home again because they've complimented you. How can your husband say that you're not beautiful? You're so beautiful. Then you go home and your husband is still behaving that way he's behaving. And then you now start telling him. Yes. Now you start telling him, after when I went to work, so and so say that I'm this and this, and you never say that to me. Comparison has come in, and the husband will be like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, you go out there and start telling them what happens in this house. Well, why can't I tell them? Why can't I tell them? Do you listen to me? When I talk to you, do you listen to me? You see, that goes really, yeah. What I'm telling you now is what has actually been happening. So things like that, when the Bible says in Matthew 19, I think, verse 6, that they are no longer two but one. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Sometimes we ourselves in that marriage, we are the ones that put that asunder by how we act, by what we do, by what we say. So it's very important. Third party in marriage can be many things. As I've listed before, it can be friends, it can be parents, it can be hobbies. So people who have interests outside, they want to be playing football or playing one kind of game or the other, or watching television. Oh, all the football that will go that season, they must watch it. And their spouse will be saying to them, oh, this, oh, no, I've got it. And if they go out, they're running back to go and watch football and stuff like that. It is third party in that marriage. Your sports, you want to be going out all the time, but your spouse is the one. Can we not go out? Can you not go out this weekend? Can we actually have bonding time together? Don't go out this weekend. Let's do this together. And you're like, no. After all, we are married, and we are always going to be married. So let me just go and do this. No, we are married and always will be married. How do you guarantee that if you don't start on time to do the right thing that you should do to sustain that marriage? Remember, even if you had courted, both of you don't know each other very well. You didn't grow up as children together. So there are some things that are innate in us, which means that they are there. And it's difficult for us to shift them because of how we are as human beings. And it only takes that your husband or wife to be able to understand you. And when certain things happen, your husband and your wife will say, oh yeah, in their head, they'll be like, yeah, I think that's how my wife is. That's how my husband is. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I can deal with that. And you leave it there. But once you start going out to complain to other people, to share it with other people, you are now causing a lot of problem in that marriage. And it can be very, very devastating to that marriage. I have other things to say, but let me pause here and you can read some comments out. Let's see what other people have said or
All
see
right,
if you have to say anything. Yes, before I
let me
can
welcome
continue.
some people.
Yeah,
Black,
okay.
Black Money Cup, thank you so much for joining. Who again that joined? Unique Grace TV, thank you so much for joining. And James said, wow, I'm guilty of watching movie too much. I'll be talking, I am saying wait first. Sister, you're not alone, no, Jane. Korean movie is finishing my head. You're not alone, okay? Even Korean movies, what is happening? Me now going out, going out is even better than sitting at home and you're watching movies. Someone is talking to you. See what people? Hope it's not see what though. Telemudu, oh my goodness. She says Telemudu. My own is K-drama. You guys should come and take K-drama from me. Oh, mommy, see what is happening in the conversation. Oh my God. So even watching movie also can be a third party, seriously. Because maybe your husband it can be your husband will be talking to you, you're watching movies, also a third party.
Of course.
Yeah, it's true, ma'am. Okay, first point, I wrote down my own first point. Excuse me, because I did some research, and the first one is jealousy and insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
When a third party enters, they create a feeling of jealousy and insecurity among the partners, and this may lead to suspicions, and this may lead to arguments and breakdown of trust. When a third party, you'll be saying, doubting the, maybe someone told you something about your husband, or you share something about your wife, and when you're doubting about the thing, it will lead to trust. Maybe someone say your wife did this, instead of comforting your wife or your husband to say, what happened? Why did this? So why am I hearing that news from outside instead of from your mouth? That's feeling of jealousy like that. And instead of explaining to you, the person will break, the trust will be broken, the trust between you people. So when a third party shares something, there's some people that will say, don't tell your husband though. But some people will say, don't tell your husband or don't tell your wife. Oh. All those people are those that are creating insecurity among the marriage. Mommy, I hope I'm right. From my own little knowledge.
Yes,
I hope I'm right.
Very
because
true.
when somebody shares something with you and say, don't tell your husband, don't tell your wife, that thing it creates lots of damage in marriage.
Yes,
it will create lots of damage.
Yeah.
So that's another one point I got. When you invite a third party in a marriage, it will bring insecurity a lot. And from insecurity, arguments, small arguments will start. From arguments to break of trust, to jealousy, and all of those things. Okay, mommy is on high seat. And inside, thank you so much for joining. Please do well to share me out. And if you're watching for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and also subscribe to our co-host channel. Ifechi Family is the name of the channel. Don't forget to give us thumbs up, okay, and share us out. The danger of third party in marriage, role and equality in marriage. This is our topic for today. Okay. And if anyone wants to come up, okay, I'll just drop the link again. You can share your 1 cent.
I would like to hear from you younger ones as well. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Please, if you have the time, jump up and also share with us what you think the dangers are. I have a lot of points. After the jealousy and insecurity, there's another one. Emotional detachment. Emotional detachment. They say the presence of a third party can cause emotional detachment between the couples as they begin to invest their emotions and energy into something else. This can result in lack of emotional connection and intimacy between the spouse.
Yeah, partly what I said before, that the person now goes into work or to a gathering and meets somebody and they're very moody and they start talking about, they become emotional. Oh, my husband did this or that. And then they are now letting things open and anything can happen from there. Yeah, so emotional attachment is very, very true. It can easily happen. And sometimes we don't even know when we do these things, especially when we are young in marriage.
Yeah.
There are silly things I did. There are silly things I did when I was young in marriage. Now looking back, I'm like, what was that all about? And thank God that I married a mature, I married a mature man who was actually ready for marriage. He prepared. My husband was one of the ones that he actually prepared for marriage before we got married. That's why anything I did in those early years, remember, I married very early. At 21, my bride price was paid. So he sees me as his younger sister that is bound to be silly sometimes. There are things I'll do sometimes. He'll just look at me and he'll just shake his head. So those days I did some things and I've learned from them. And sometimes I use them to talk to younger people now, because where you are now, I was there before and I wasn't, as wise as I am now. If I had married a boy, when I mean a boy, I don't mean in age, because some men can be 30 and very mature for marriage. Some of them can be 28 and very mature for marriage, and some will be 35 or 38 and they're still boys when it comes to marriage. So if I had married one of those, I'm telling you now, with all sincerity, I will not be here today talking to you smiling, because I'm one of those people that I can't pretend. If I'm not happy, I'm not happy. I'm not the one that will come out in social media and start portraying what I am not. No, what you see me do on social media is what you see outside. If I'm not happy, you will know because I can't pretend, and that's me. I may not share why I'm not happy with you, because I'm that kind of person. I think it's to do with my job as well. I have a very confidential job, so you don't share things easily. There are things people on this YT who see me as their mother have shared with me, and there are some of them we have followed up as husband and wife. My husband, they want my husband to get involved, they will connect it on this social media, but not one person heard about it. And those people respect me so much because of that till today. And I said to them, what are you talking about? You did not tell me to go and start telling. You chose to come and discuss these things with me. Why must I now go and start sharing it with other people? Oh, so you have to have that trust. I think you mentioned trust before. There must be trust. There must be trust in a relationship. And if there is total trust in a relationship, when the third party, if there's leeway and the third party comes in, if the third party try to say something or do something, because some of them are so jealous, you think that you are telling them and you think they're there to support you. No, they want to have what you have, but they can't have it. So they're bringing all sorts and doing all sorts just to make that relationship not work. And they'll be giving you certain advice that some of them will telling you, oh, if it's me, I won't take this, all that nonsense. Don't listen to them, because when you get to their own homes and their own marriages, you know that your own is actually heaven. So that's why you must avoid third parties. Those of you who have friends, I'm not saying don't keep friends, but have a boundary, have a limit to your friendship, no matter how close. And I'm saying this with emphasis, no matter how close you think you are with that person, know your boundaries. And I'm saying this, and I'm saying this with experience. I've experienced such before, where somebody, and especially when they come in the name of Christianity, because I love praying, I love doing things, just doing things right. And I thought that this person is a child of God. I shared something with that person. The next time, before that day finishes, her sister-in-law called me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear this, that your niece this. I'm like, how? Who told us? Oh yeah. So when I now confronted my friend, I said, why did you share this information? Why? If I had wanted to tell your sister or your cousin, I would have told her myself. I thought you are a friend. I thought you're going to join me in praying for this situation with my niece. And now, now you told her. I don't even know who else you have told. Do you know what? Since then till today, that relationship, I'm that kind of person, no. I don't keep nonsense friends. I don't. Once you give me any need to doubt you, doubt your integrity, because integrity is very important to me. Confidentiality is very important to me. Once these two are questionable in any relationship, I'm out of that relationship. And that should be the same for marriage. If I have any need to not to trust my husband, I won't be with him and still smiling, and we are still behaving like we just got married the other day. I will not be like that. He will not be like that with me. If there's any where integrity and trust has been in question, and that is something, please, everybody here, both in your marriage and in your friendship and in your relationship with anybody, once integrity and trust is questionable, please run, because that person is going to put you in trouble. They may even add salt and pepper to the story. It may not even be the way you talk. If they're capable of going to share something that you've told them immediately, not even that day didn't even finish before I got that call from the other person. And then the funny thing was when I confronted her, because I'm that kind of person. If you know me, you know me. I'm that kind. And my husband sometimes will say to me, just leave it. I say, you know, if I leave it, I'm not going to have rest of mind. But once I address it, if you ask me about it next week, you're wasting your time because I've forgotten. Right. But if I don't address it, it will be in my mind forever. That's the kind of person I am. So since my husband noticed that when he tries to stop me from addressing things, he knows what it means. I'll be talking about it all the time. So he now allows me to address things because he will know I will address it in a calm manner, but I'm going to be firm so that the person knows that they've gone beyond boundary. And I will expect any other person to be like that with me. I try to respect boundaries a lot, but I'm a human being. I'm open to flaws. So if I go beyond your own boundary, please tell me, whether you are young or old. When we come to equality, we're going to be discussing equality soon, but when we come to that, I'll say more things. But what I'm trying to say today is, for third party not to damage your marriage and your relationship, make sure that there is boundaries. Make sure that you have trust of each other. Yeah. Trust each other, so that even that third party, if something leaked out of your mouth, and that person comes and starts repeating it, and your husband or your wife will say, oh no, not my wife, don't even go there. And once you are that kind of spouse, that your husband will say, oh, it's not my wife, I don't know what you're talking about. Even if they have a little bit of, they will just say that to that person, just for that person to back off. When you will go into the bedroom, that can be discussed. But when the person comes to your husband or to wife and say that your husband or your wife did this, and you say, Councilor, maybe I know that's why you start in front of that person to condemn your spouse. You've lost it. That third party is already damaging your marriage or your relationship. Yes. Yeah.
There's a movie I watched. This thing you said, ma. This thing you said now, ma. There's a movie I watched, Nigerian movie. The lady won the. How will I explain it? I mean, the lady, they arrested the husband and said that the husband stole something from the office or from the madam. Instead of the woman saying, no, not my husband. My husband can never do such. She started saying, I said it. This man will bring disgrace to my family. This man will do this. And the child was even watching. The daughter was even watching all the things that the woman was saying. And the way she reacted, she said, if they want to arrest him, let them arrest him. If they want to do anything, let them do anything to him, that she doesn't
You
care.
see?
You know, the way she reacted. That's why I'm saying, like what you said now. If trust is not there, if you don't
Yeah.
build that trust of, oh, my husband can never do this, or my wife can never do this.
Yes.
I don't know about that. And another thing I want to contribute is communication. I know, Mom, you already said it. It break communication.
Oh, you're coming to what I have next. Before we leave this topic, I have 5. It used to be 5 C's, but I've made it up to 7. I have 7 C's, and number 1 is
Okay, ma.
communication.
See,
But
ma,
no,
see
go
the
on.
see. What the people are here saying, you know.
What
Let
are
me
they
go
saying?
back. Rosemary, you and okay, let me go back and see what they are saying. Okay, after the Telemundo, guys,
About
wait,
his wife. You
let me
see?
read comments.
You
He say,
see?
Mommy, now you I won't hear from. Oh. Sister Rosemary say, Mommy, now you I won't hear from. Oh. And Jane said, Mommy, Rosemary, now you and me both. Oh, I'm here to learn. Okay. Yes, so Jane, because 1 point I don't get. They say 1 point I don't get. And the OUTV said, honestly, Rosemary, Mommy, I beg, just they talk, make her they learn. Okay, now. Guys, that's why I invited Mommy, because she has been, I don't know whether it's, she said it's how many years in marriage. I forgot in her anniversary. So that's why I brought her to talk about this. There are
It's
so many
40.
topics in
We
marriage.
are 40. Yeah, we are 40 years this December from traditional
Wow.
marriage. And if I have to count from when my bride price was paid, it's going to be 41 years this year. My bride price was paid 41 years ago. And in Igbo tradition, once your bride price is paid, you're married.
The wife.
Yes, but traditional marriage
the
was
wife.
this year. Yeah, 40 years this year. And the white wedding. Yeah. So we have a big event coming up this year to celebrate, but that's a different
40 years.
story. We'll talk about that
huge.
later. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Me
So
too. I can't pretend. As in Ada, okay, hi Adana. Okay, when Adana sneak in here. It might be worse than yours, so you're right. Sorry guys, my hand is tight. Okay, you need grace. Guys, if you always share us out for the sake of the knowledge you will learn from Mommy, please share us out. And also subscribe to Mommy's channel. Oh. You will learn a lot from her channel. Oh. Both parenting, both marriage, lifestyle, anything you will learn from Mommy's channel. So please subscribe to Mommy's channel. Okay, Sister Rosemary Okwepe said, yes, so I don't keep Mumu friends at all.
No.
Because if you keep Mumu friends, I think that's friendship. I'll still bring out the friendship topic. I have another thing I've written about friendship. I'll still bring it out because it's vast.
Yeah.
It's vast. Jane,
yes.
now you don't hear. Chai, I know someone like that who always want to speak bad about his wife in my presence. Huh? Are you sure the person is not eyeing you?
That's the thing. Why will any couple
be
talking about their spouse to somebody else in that fashion, especially opposite sex? Not even the same sex, it's not acceptable, but opposite sex is even worse. You know?
Let me not be small, 40 years, not be more.
Nemuza is in the building. Great topic, Linda.
Thank you so much,
thank you so much for coming.
Okay,
thank you,
great
everyone.
topic, Linda and Mommy Fechi. Nemuza, thank you so much again for your presence here. We appreciate. And Nkechi, Sister Nkechi, Cynthia TV, thank you for being here. Rose Ihujo, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, Rose,
and
welcome.
We appreciate. Please, I'll be reading your comments, your thoughts. Be dropping it. Be dropping. Be dropping.
Yeah, all welcome. Yes. Nemuza said that she's waiting for the C's. Yes, as I said, I used to have 5. I've added 2 to it, so there's 7. I'm going to go on and share these 7 C's that we have to have for our marriages to actually thrive, or any relationship for that matter. And after that, then we can go on to gender role and equality, because that one is a good interest to me as well. Right.
Mommy Rosemary said, "Oh, that one like you." It's true. Maybe the person like you. That's why he's telling you negative about his wife. If not, how can somebody be saying negative? That's danger now. I don't even have such friends too. Okay, greeting, Mommy. Yes, so bad-mouthing your spouse to another opposite sex is an opening for Chiking, right?
Yeah. No, it's not. It shouldn't
You
be.
just said, oh, you just said, Sha, Linda. Ide chike me, Sha. I don't suffer. Oh my goodness. Because honestly, if somebody is telling you about his spouse, it's better you run away. Run away, because
Yeah.
nothing good comes out from hearing such. You said that is hearing about that, you hate the person, you hate the spouse.
Yes.
Unconsciously, you begin to fall. You start hating the person they are talking about. You say, is that how it's happening? So nothing good comes out. And Nurse Francis, thank you so much for being here. This is the first time I'm seeing you on my channel. Please subscribe to Mommy channel and subscribe also. And you're welcome to the family. Thank you so much, everyone that joined. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, that's it. Rose, okay. All right, Mom, continue.
Okay. Yes, let me list the in fact, as I was even here thinking now, another C have come into my mind. So I think I have 8 now to share. And after that, and Nemuzo said that her own mom taught her some of the C's. Let's see if they're going to be among the 8 I'm going to mention now. And if it's not, sorry?
I say bring your pen and paper. Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. Are we here? Ladies or gentlemen, anywhere you are, bring your paper and pen. Boy, I have to bring my own diary too because I want to learn.
It would be nice. It would be nice to hear other C's. After this one, I'm going to list from other people. You know, it would be nice if it's not already covered. The first one, which we all know and we keep talking about, is communication. We can't overemphasize the need for communication. And I've done videos upon videos on my channel and where communication had come up, because there was a time I did a marriage series in my channel, and I had it as a playlist actually, because communication cannot be overemphasized. You know, and when I mean communication, I mean effective communication, which the other spouse will understand. I'm not talking about using codes. I'm not talking about shouting, saying that you're communicating. When somebody does something or your spouse does something that you think is not right, instead of communicating effectively, you are shouting at him or her. That is not communication, and that will not make that person to change. It will make things worse. So if we get it right, if we get communication right in any relationship, in any marriage, a lot of things will be in place. So that's number one. The second one is commitment. How are you committed to this relationship, to this marriage? Are you one of those that, I'm into this marriage for, I know when they asked us that day and say for better for worse, I said, I reluctantly said, answered, but I didn't mean it to, for worse. No, waiting now, why would I be saying for worse when it's for better? Yes, for worse. No, then you are not actually ready for that marriage. So communication, then commitment is the next one. And the next one is the one that just came into my head before I forget it, as I'm talking about the other one that I read in my head, is.
Oh, I thought we lost her. Network will catch fire. Network catch fire. Hello, guys. Am I the only one that the network is disturbing from her side?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Are you actually connected with this person? Or is it a case of just watching the person to make mistake? There's no connection there, or there's one particular reason or few reasons why you just got into that marriage or into that relationship. You are not actually connected. The person is doing something, or that person is not not even bothered. So there's no connection. So communication, commitment, connection, and consideration. Do you actually consider the other person? Is it all about you? You know, it doesn't matter if they want the TV loud. It doesn't matter if they like sleeping at this time of the night. It doesn't matter if anything. Just name it. It doesn't matter if that is how they feel. The thing is that this is me, this is what I want. There's no consideration for the other person. There are things I would have loved to do, or I may want to be doing in the past, but because it's not actually working out, and it's not, my husband maybe will be left out in that. And what I mean doesn't mean that both of us will be doing the same thing all the time. No, but there are things that you really said, you know what? I have to be considerate here. I have to consider my spouse. So number 4C is consideration or considerate. Then number 5C is compassion. How compassionate are you? You know, and compassion is like a frame of mind. It is more than just saying or loving the person or loving your spouse. But compassion means that you are where that person is. You are where your spouse is in that situation that they're going through. How compassionate are you? Are you that kind of spouse where the other one will be groaning, oh, or even shout? Maybe you're upstairs and they're downstairs and you hear them scream a little bit, and you're still where you are. Well, I hope you're okay. And you're still on your computer, on your tablet, or whatever you're doing upstairs or downstairs or whatever, you're doing what you're doing, and you still hear them groaning. That means that they needed help. And you're still saying to them, I hope you're okay, and you're still doing what you're doing. No, you have to be there. Show some compassion. Show that you actually care. Oh, here, C is another one. Care is even coming into it now. It wasn't there before, but that one just came now. It's another C is to care. Yeah, okay. So that one just came now. So I don't know, we have had almost, I think it's now going to be about 9 C's. So compassion. The next one is consistency. Add care to it. Now that care just came as I was just talking. It wasn't in my list in my head before. The next one is
it's important. Care.
Yes,
Caring
very
for
important.
each other.
Care is very important. Care and compassion, they go hand in hand, but care is very important. Sometimes you don't even give the person money, because some people think that's another thing. I think we're going to cover in future, do a topic that will involve money. Because all this thing about money in relationship or in marriage has caused a lot of problem. And when that money, which is why you came into that relationship, is no longer there, the love dies. So I think that one was a different topic altogether, but let us not digress. So yes, compassion, and in that compassion, we talk about care. And the next C is consistency. How consistent are you in this relationship? Is it a case of, well, we have been here for 1 year or 2 years. Well, we have had children anywhere. He's not sending me anywhere now. I'm not going anywhere now. He can't afford to lose me now. Are you consistent in what you're doing, what you have been doing since you started that relationship or that marriage? Or is it a case of see all? I've seen him all. He has seen me all. I can just do what I like. Be consistent. If you have been doing something that is good, obviously be consistent. If you're not doing something that is good, don't be consistent. Don't try and change it and to do something else that will help that relationship to work. Trust me, I've never been divorced before, but I can tell you that from people that I've spoken to who are divorced, I'm not saying remain in marriage for the wrong reasons, but some of them divorced because of stupid, selfish reasons. I'm talking about those ones. I'm not talking about people who divorced or who went out of marriage because of physical and emotional abuse. No, but people who went out, when they tell you, they now say, I wish, because some of them have gone into another relationship and they see that who they had before was actually better. Okay, so let's continue with the C's. The next C is compatibility. Are you compatible? I'm not saying that you are going to be the same people. If the person loves rice, you're going to love rice as well. If that person, like me, my best food now is yam, and I'm expecting my husband to also like yam, and every day I will be cooking yam in this house, whether he likes it or not. And if he complains, I say, it's my best food though. That means you're not actually, there's no compatibility there. You're not even balanced in your behavior. So there has to be a bit of compatibility for that marriage or that relationship to work. You have to be compatible. Oh, another thing came into my head now, which is complement. You have to be compatible and complement each other. See, there's so many C's. There's so many C's in
Yes,
marriage and
so
relationship.
many, so many.
So many.
One,
See,
two, three, four,
this
five,
one
six, seven, eight,
this one
nine.
just came now as I'm
9.
talking.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
exactly.
My
So
diary is
complement.
almost full. First page is full.
Yeah, as you're talking, you can see more C's. Complement each other. So compatibility, complement, being complement is very, very important in marriage. Even if, after all, you saw that man, you saw that woman before you married them. If there's something that have changed over the years or whatever, that you've been married and you still don't think that you need to compliment them, please do, because they may already be having low self-esteem because of that thing that started happening in their lives after you got married, be it that they've started adding weight. Although in my own case, it's the other way around. I remember those that I used to tell my husband, oh, I really need to lose weight. I've added a lot of weight. He's that kind that will tell you, he will look at you and he will look again. Where is the weight? I'm like, you're not helping matters here. Where is the way? I just love it the way you are. Don't do anything, So that kind of thing, you know that maybe he wants you to lose a little bit of weight through. However, the way you say it, you know in your head that, yeah, I need to do something. But the fact that the person is just telling you, where is it? What are you talking about? I can't see what you're seeing. You're okay as you are. Compliment each other. Very
Mommy,
important. It helps.
this thing is happening. No ads. I don't know how to set ads. Please, anyone can help me. I'm trying to set. It's not connecting with another phone. I don't know why.
No, you can.
So
Nobody.
all these ads are not going to play.
Yeah, nobody can help you to set that thing. You have to. Do you have laptop?
No, my husband is busy with it.
Because if I miss putting it in, what I'm doing with my phone, I would have just set my laptop up there, put it in and then put the ads. But apart from that, I don't know any other way you can do it.
I usually use phone, but now I showing. Please wait, guys. So see this our knowledge. I know the knowledge will not waste, but my motivation that will keep me motivated to keep on doing it is not coming. See, no ads are playing. Anyway,
okay,
Mommy,
so my
it's
people,
okay.
let me plead to everyone then. At the end of this live stream, when the ads are in, please, everybody here, can you kindly replay this video? Because that will even add more for you, because you're going to put the mid rolls. So don't worry.
Please, guys,
don't worry,
please.
My dear. Yeah, please.
Okay,
at the end of
no
this,
problem.
Yeah, at the end of this,
it's more.
I
know this one is impacting people's life.
Yeah, don't work yourself
let's read
up.
comments. So people are saying,
okay,
my money is my own, no, Mommy. His own is my own. His own is our own.
Who is saying that one?
Jen said, my money is my own, no. His own is our own money.
Mbano. I hope the person is joking. Who is that person?
Jane said, oh. No, she
Jen,
said the husband money is our own.
Are you joking or do you mean it?
And Rose said so many family here has divorced because of money. You see, because of money.
When I think Jen must be joking, because if any married person is saying, I've heard it on this YouTube, I've heard it from people. I don't know whether they are joking or they mean it, but if they really mean it, that your money is your money, my money is my money, and all that nonsense, it's happening. Even people who have been married as long as I have, I hear that a lot. I have people here, they have 2 cars. The man was like, oh, I went out with my wife's car, and I put in 10 pounds petrol, and I didn't even finish using it. And he was saying it, complaining bitterly in front of myself and my husband. And we looked at each other. I mean, I don't know whether people saw the video we did recently where I talked about the cost of petrol in UK. Where actually somebody asked me a question, but not on my comment section, that daddy was filling the car, because here in the UK you have to fill your tank yourself. and then go in and pay. It's not like Nigeria where you sit in your car, they'll fill it up and you pay there and go. No, here you have to do it. Somebody actually we're just chatting about something and they say, oh, that's what I did that day, that daddy was filling the car and I said I was going to pay. So yeah, thank God that you even mentioned this now. And that did I use his card or did he give me the money to pay? What kind of question? What kind of question is this? I laughed. And I said, what do you think? He said, yeah, because if my husband goes with my car or I go with his car, he will always ask me to put the petrol that I used. I'm like, wow, okay. Everybody's marriage is different and how they relate.
It's different, yeah.
We have one Barclays card that we use sometimes and is on both names. We trust each other to spend money wisely. We have been here together for 40 years. So if we don't trust each other, we won't have the same card in our names. So all that thing about money, or you go to shopping, I hear people say, my husband gave me the card so I can buy as much as I want because it is his card. When I hear things like that, I'm like, okay, I'm not condemning that. That's how you people choose to live your life. That's fine. But here, over the years, there's nothing like that. I don't know about your money is my money, my money is your money, because at a point, Hobby was earning a lot more. At a point, I was earning a lot more. Now he's even retired. So if you're now saying your money is my money, your money, now that he's retired and I'm making more, so what will happen? So I mean,
exactly.
What will happen? No. We just have to.
I wish people would learn.
Honestly. Honestly, the thing about money in marriage, do you know what? If you get
Mommy, we will talk about that again.
Yeah, let's talk about marriage. Let's talk about money. Another time, because I have a lot to say about money.
We have a lot to talk.
Let it be a different topic, and that day I would like to be here on stage as well. But there's a lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to say.
Thank you so much. I think next week
will help people. Luckily, I'm free most Fridays, unless we are going on a weekend away. But for now, we're not going anywhere because we are planning something big later on this year. So we're not going to anywhere for now. So most Fridays I'm available. Yeah, I think that would be a different topic. We have lost count of our C's.
I've written that down.
Okay. We have lost count of our, how many C's? How many C's have we got?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
Mommy, I want to read some comments, funny comments, and especially the C you mentioned. One of the C you mentioned. Our Igbo men are not out of the group. They are out of the group. Okay. OETV said, "Nay, women will not compliment you." Exactly. Oh, you go send me the C's. Okay, sis, I will send you. Igbo men. Now Igbo men, they need a compliment. That one, I'm not even bothered again. Did they Hobby no compliment me? Now others, I did not hear this. Did outside, I go yabam tire. Igbo men, exactly, the Igbo men. Go to your studio through Google Chrome. Since I've done that, it's telling me waiting, processing, waiting. I don't know how long. Money motivation, okay. Yes, now Sis Rose, you know now. I'll try to rewatch. Please do so, please, so that money motivation go there. Another one said, "Mommy, he always refund anytime I use my money, truthfully. But if I know he does not, then I can help out." Okay. All right. Mommy, she's replying to what you said.
These comments, I would love to have it saved. We're going to discuss this when we talk about money. There's something I have a little bit of issue with this comment, but we're going to discuss it. Remember, it's not one size fits all. I may have a husband who does not worry about money and does not check what I do because he trusts me. And you may have one that is not like that. So it's not one size fits all. But there's something I want to say about this Jen L's comment. Very, 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 this comment is, yes, very interesting comment. Yeah, we're going to discuss that next time.
Now, Nigerian men, they make women get sense for money. Especially Igbo men. Mommy, you are beautiful. Oh, mommy, someone is saying, oh, sorry, I'm not going to say mommy is beautiful this evening.
Hey,
mommy is beautiful.
Oh, yes, I'm going to open the door now and tell my husband, come and see, come and hear.
Yes, so
he will say,
I must
woman.
be there to learn that day. Yes, so
when
Jane,
I start like that, when I start like that, he will say, this woman, you don't even know your age. I say, which age? age is the only number. Which age?
Which age? I beg, mommy, age is just a number, please.
What
Age is just
age?
a number.
Yeah.
I must be there to learn. Okay, sis, it will be coming up. I will inform the community.
Yeah.
Oh, if you leave women alone, no, they try. I beg, oh.
Yes.
Oh, Mommy So is planning something big. All right. I've seen someone that was open and her husband lied about his finance.
Yeah, you see, again, wow. This is an interesting topic for that day.
Screenshot this one
so that these two comments. That's very important.
I'll just screenshot this one.
Yeah, that's very important. And I have a very sad story that somebody passed away in a marriage because of money. We're going to bring all this up that day, and then we can. Sorry, ice cream van. Did you hear the ice cream van outside? Once they see small sunshine here in UK, the ice cream van will not let us hear.
Yeah. Okay, I think because you said name is true, but they try. Let me give it to them. Okay. I will add. Somebody say I will add can. Okay, Nemuzo said I will add candle. Being honest with each other. Okay.
Thank you. Nemuzo said something. Yeah. Okay. You covered it, most of it. Okay. I still have about two, I think. I still have about two to cover before we leave the seas. Yeah. And then, look at what Yemsi Variety said that she loves me because of course, all you people make me to look and feel young. All you people, honestly, mingling with you, associating with you, and laughing and making jokes with you makes me forget that I'm actually speaking to people who are, some of you are much younger than my first son is 38, sorry, 37, and he'll be 38, next birthday is 37. So it's making me feel like I'm mingling with people who are my age, but some of you are much, and my youngest is 27, will be 28 this year, yeah. So some of you are about that age of my younger one, and that younger one, I had him 5 years after the third one, so you can imagine. So they're much older than you, but I mean, even when they come home, they say to me, Mom, what's going on? Each time we go and come back to visit, you look a bit younger. You look, and I say, yes, thanks to God. If that is not treating me well like the queen that I am, that's why I want you people to be treating your wives like that. For those of you who are already married, those who are going to get married, make sure you treat your wives like that. And then both of you will be looking young together. And they will be like, okay, then. I mean it. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Thank you so much, Nemuzo, for the addition.
You're all my babies. You're all my babies. Yes. I know your children are my grandchildren. I love you all. That great too. Okay, Nemuzo said that I'm already okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Now, thank you so much, Nemuzo. Now I'll say the meaning of this.
Of what?
I need to check my dictionary. She said being honest with each other. That's a very important one. Being open. Being open to each other, being frank, being honest.
Exactly. That will all come in as well. That will all come in
before. Down too.
And I'm going even before we have that discussion on about money. It's not easy to be that open, and I'll tell you why I mean by that. It's not that easy to be 100% open, but I'll tell you how we've managed to do it and how it has worked for us without being a problem at all. And Hobby always says, if it's something that money will deal with, then we don't have a problem. He always uses that. It's like there's anything to do with. He said, look, if it's something that money will buy, I said, but we don't have that. He said, yeah, we may not have it now, but if it's something that money will solve, my dear, it's no longer a problem. And I've lived with that, and it has helped me a lot. We're going to talk a lot more that day. Right. Sure. The other C I have here before. I've talked about compatibility, yes?
Yes,
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 being
compatibility is
compatible.
the eighth one.
Okay, I think the last C I have now is chemistry. You know, some of you, when
Chemistry.
you are in school, you study chemistry. Sometimes you may be, I'm just studying science, I'm doing chemistry. Is that chemistry between two of you? You know, and chemistry simply means intense feeling of connection. You see, C comes into it as well. Yes. Chemistry, intense feeling of connection. Is there something that's connecting you? Do you have that chemistry between
Like,
two of
I
you?
mean, I'll give you an example. Like
Yeah,
something that
yes,
usually happen between me and my husband. Even
yeah,
before he will say it, like in a seconds, he wants to say that thing, but in a seconds, I'll bring it out. You understand? That
yeah,
connection, I don't know,
yes,
that magic connection. Like you want to
yes,
say, I want to buy this thing. And in a second, instead of you saying it, you already say it. That thing is
yes.
in your mind, but
Mm-hmm.
in a second, your spouse has already said it. So
Yes,
that connection.
yes. Very, very important. You know, when couples can build chemistry over time, it may not happen immediately, but you can build that chemistry over time by practicing another C, open communication and trust. That will bring that
Yes.
chemistry will just be there. So we cannot overemphasize on communication. So you can build the
Wow.
chemistry over time due to the how you communicate. And when I mean communication, I mean effective communication. I'm not talking about shouting. I'm not talking about blaming the person and saying, oh, after all, or the person will tell you something and they want you to act on that thing they've said. You start making excuses. You start blaming them for what they have said that you did. That's no more communication. It is not. Okay. I think Lemozo listed some as well. Let me see. So listed some things. I think there are other C's that I didn't think of that Lemozo said. Okay, candor. Candor, if I
Canto
remember my
and
English, and courtesy. Of course, you have to have some courtesy.
courtesy. Yeah.
Please, please, thank you. This open the
It's
all these
important
small, small,
though.
very important. All these small, small things. And I tell you what, I'm not used to being cautious before having that kind of courtesy. My husband is the kind that the way he even says thank you and good morning and everything, even to younger people, that made me to change. So courtesy is very important. Even though he's the man, and some men will say you're this. When you wake up in the morning, your husband will be looking at you because you didn't say good morning first. They won't even say good morning. No, he wakes up, he says to me, good morning, hope you slept well. Or if it's me that open my mouth first, and I will say that to him. It doesn't matter who says good morning first. But I tell you now, that has been an issue with couples. She'll wake up, she won't say good morning to me. Then how about you just saying good morning to her, maybe to teach her that whenever she wakes up and the first sees you, that the first thing is good morning. I hope you slept well, darling, or whatever you call each other. Do you have to? You just be looking at your wife, and I'm not talking about men now because this has been an issue I've dealt with before. Because you wake up, you won't even say good morning, waiting for me, waiting for me to say good morning to her first. Waiting now. Even your own children, you can, when you say that to
The
them,
way
that
you
means
teach your children.
you're teaching them to say good morning. So when they wake up, if they're just looking at you, you say they'll maybe say hi. You say, no, you don't say hi to me when you wake up. You say good morning, mommy, good morning, dad. How was your night? And they learn from early. So never mind your spouse. You're looking for who will say good morning first. Then you have problem. If good morning, who says good morning first is a problem for spouses, then I rest my case. But
Mm.
I tell
Thank
you
you so
the
much,
things.
Nemuzo, for the contribution.
Yes, thank
For
you for
that.
those two. That candor and courtesy. Yes. Very, very
Yeah, thank you so
important. Thank
much.
you for adding
You
that.
know,
So we have so many
even saying
C's.
sometimes saying sorry is a big issue in marriages. Saying sorry and saying thank you,
Yeah,
even it's a big, big issue.
it's
Thank you
a
so
big
much for
thing for
adding that.
people. Saying sorry. Some people will tell you, my husband can never say sorry for anything. He will know that
Mm.
he's wrong, though, but he will never say sorry to me. Instead, he will use other things. He will go and buy me gifts. He will go and do this. Oh, come on. Says that sorry. That word,
Yes.
that 5 or 6 letter word works like magic.
The problem.
Yeah.
Mommy, there's
Anyway,
a comment I read about this sorry on IG.
yeah.
Somebody said the way the husband apologizes is true that they make up, the way they make up when they have an argument, the way they make up is that's intimacy. Once it happens, they already make up. That's saying sorry. Someone puts in their pool, tell me about the argument you have and how do you resolve it. So the person said, we don't say sorry in our house, that this is the only way we resolve our argument.
If it's working for them, if it's working for them, that's their own cup of tea. But yes, I do not think that this is the way to solve problem, honestly, because whatever it is that you didn't say sorry for, what you do as husband and wife is the normal thing you should be doing anyway. It's not only when there's something wrong and you do that to say sorry. To me, I have problem with that. But if it's working for them, all to their own. We are not here to say one size fits all. If it's working for them, all to their own. That's fine. That's all I can say. I don't know.
Okay,
I think
somebody said collaboration. Somebody said collaboration, working together as one.
Ooh, another C. Yeah. You see? Well, in fact, as we are thinking, other things, we might get
C will be coming.
Also 20.
The C will reach 20. Okay, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your presence. Okay, thank you so much for coming.
I came up with 7, then added 2 in between, and now look at that. Yeah, absolutely. Collaboration is very important. Working together as one. I can't overemphasize on that. Honestly, working together as one. It's not you going out there and somebody tells you, oh, we are having a party or dedication party or whatever party on the 27th of August, and you are invited. And the person knows you're married, and the person knows that he is married. It can be that way, man or woman. And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Just send the invitation. They'll send the invitation, and then a week to the time, you'll be telling your wife, if you're lucky, if they tell you a week to the time, you're lucky. Some of them will not tell you until 2 days or the next day. Oh, by the way, tomorrow we are going for the party of so and so. And the wife will be like, what? When did you know about this? Oh yeah, he told me about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I forgot to tell you. And they will expect you to get ready and go. So you have to work together. You have to plan ahead. There are sometimes people will ask my husband something or invite him for something. He will tell them, I will discuss with my wife. We'll look at our diary. In fact, one of them openly said to him one day, what's wrong with some of you men that you're always saying, once you're told something, you're saying to discuss with your wife? Hey, so that became a problem for that man. Yes. That man that made that comment, where is his marriage today? How far? So I'm not saying that these are the things that make or break marriage, but they all add up. One thing, small thing that you think is nothing, they all add up. And when you hear that's what is making me, baffling me sometimes. When you hear some of the things that are making marriages to break, apart from the major things that we know, which I'm a strong believer in, don't hit me, don't do this. Even verbal abuse sometimes is worse than physical. All those things, and some of these things have put people in hospitals and mental health places. Those ones is a no-no. But some of the things that are making people to actually go their separate ways, when you hear some of them, you will laugh because it's nothing. But they have been left over the years and they've been accumulating. One thing will lead to another, one thing will lead to another, and then you get to a breaking point, especially when they are using children. For those of you who have young children now, please love your children 110%. Love them. I'm not saying don't love your children, care for them, but make sure that they are not in between both of your relationship. Because if they are, once they grow and go, there'll be a big gap. It's like one person is there, there's a big hole in the middle that you need to jump over to meet the other person. Even though you are both at home, you are both sleeping in the same room, but there's a big hole, a big ditch in the middle one person is there, the other person is there, and that hole in the middle, we are the children that were there before, and they have now gone, and they've left that hole there. Who is going to cross over and not jump in? And that is when marriage is. I have two friends. They are, one of them 41 years of marriage, one of them 38 years of marriage. They are now no more together. Why? The children are grown and gone. The woman is not talking about my grandchildren, my children, my grandchildren all the time, going to them all the time, not minding, because they have gone now. She wants to follow them. My grandchildren, my children, all the time. Now that marriage, everybody have gone their separate ways after 41 years. It breaks myself and my husband's heart because we saw this coming years ago, but the alarm bell didn't ring for them.
Mommy, see what Sister Nemuzo said, just take the ones that will help you. Yes, Mommy has mentioned 14 C's. Imagine 14. Wow. So these 14 C's, one will work for you, one will work for others. So just imagine in my, see, like my own now is like my 12 years in marriage. This is the first time I'm saying it on my channel. So you know the ones that's been working for you. Just take it and try to implement others. If that was enough, like all of us, like all of us that is complimenting, that is saying our husband does not compliment us or whatever. That one, you know, the Igbo men, take them out of the group. Okay, so just take that one out. The rest that are working, just continue with that. Okay, thank you so much, Nemuzo, for that. We appreciate that. And Mary Queen, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate. So thanks the topic for today, Mary Queen. For those who are watching, let me repeat, Mommy. Those who are watching at the background, maybe, or those who will watch later, the topic is, Mommy is telling us about this C's in marriages. And she has mentioned like 14 C's in marriages. And today's topic is
all of us combined. Other people contributed. Yes, contributed and MCs. Yes, other people contributed.
Yes, other people like
mine was only 9. I think mine was 9. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We talk about 14. Nemuzo contributed, and so a lot of people contributed to the C's in marriage. So, and the topic is the danger in involving third party in your home and the role of equality in marriage. So this is the topic we are discussing for today, and this is episode 2. So I plan on going to live every Friday, 5:30 Nigerian, 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time, with different topics about marriage, child parenting, friendship, anything that life in general. Even I can bring out YouTube content and we'll share about it. So please do wait to check out our mommy, our beautiful mommy. She's our guest for today's episode, and we appreciate her presence here. And please subscribe to our channel, share us out, and so that people will also learn, because this is about marriage. In one way or the other, we all are married, and soon the single ones also will join in the marriagehood. So share us out so that people will also learn from the knowledge and wisdom that Mommy Fechi has shared with us. Okay, thank you so much, Mommy.
Okay, and we're going to talk about this gender equality today. Let's go into that now.
I'll bring it up again because the 7 C's is already taken.
So I don't know. Let's talk about that very, very briefly. Let's talk about that quickly. Just, some things about it. And we're going to dwell on it as we have done with this one, because we already spent an hour and a half, I think. Let's just talk about gender roles and equality in marriage. Now, before I even say anything, I have to say that to me, the fundamentals of every marriage or any marriage is mutual respect and positive communication between the couple. So when this is in place, this gender equality or gender role, shouldn't be a big issue. It can affect anybody. It can be a big issue. People just talk about, oh, you're supposed to, for example, in a home, most of the time, especially the way we are brought up, is that the woman, you hear women talking about my kitchen, This is how I want my kitchen to be. Which is normal, which is understandable. You know, women always talk about their kitchen because that's how we are brought up, and that's our role, to be the ones in the kitchen, cooking and all the rest of it, and looking. We are nurturers. We nurture, and part of that nurture is to be there, cooking, making sure that our families are well fed and all the rest of that. But some couples may be in disagreement regarding who should do certain things in the home. Some men, I have an example in this country where the woman was complaining to me that she doesn't understand her husband, that she will cook, which she doesn't mind at all, and leave the food in the fridge. And she will go to work and tell the husband that the food is in the fridge for you to warm and eat when you're ready. The woman will not eat any food. He will be waiting until the woman comes back from work and will be like, the food is still there. Are you not hungry? Yes, I am, but I just want for you to come back. Or if she had one of them was she cooked the rice or the soup and said for him to take a portion of the soup and make garri for himself. He did not. The reason he gave being that the way I was brought up is that men don't go to women's to the pot to take soup. That's how I was brought up. My mother never allowed men or even children to go to her pot. You're no more living with your mother. You are now married. You are now in UK. Even if you're in Nigeria, especially when the woman went to work, you expect her to come back and start boiling that kettle of water to make the garri for you when the soup is already there. You want her to come back and start dishing that portion of rice for you when the rice is already in the pot. You know, now this is people getting it to the other extreme. You know, so I don't understand that one, but it has to start from the beginning, from the early stage of your marriage. You have to define how things are done and these things, and then have a balance. Who is doing what, or are we all doing everything as one? Let me use myself as an example. Since I got married, and I mean it, God will hear me, will see me if I'm telling lies. Since I got married, when our boys were at home, it was their job. They do that most of the time when they are at that age, when they can, which is putting things in the washing machine and ironing. I have not ironed since I married my husband. I don't iron. You don't even tell me, don't even ask me what to do with the iron. Even when our sons were younger, he did all the ironing. When they got to a certain age, they took over. They started ironing. Now that they've gone, my husband, to him, that's the norm. Does that mean that there are no other things other men do in their home that he's not doing, that I will now go and start complaining, oh, after all, this person does that person does that, and you're not doing it? When, since he's married me, I have not ironed, putting things. In fact, one day, our third son, when he was at the uni, he came back, or that one is, we call him Don Dirty, because he lost his things from, he buy this from ASOS, he buy this from that other places, he lost nice things. What he was trying to put it in washing machine, he was saying to me, oh, Mom, look at the level. I just want to know the level I'm going to put it. And then in the video, he said to me, why am I even asking you? Because you don't use the washing machine. Let me go and ask that. And I'm not proud of that, but it's just the way I've been spoiled. But there are many other things I do in this home that they know that Dad is not, he can't do them or is not doing them. So what I'm trying to say here is, it's not one size fits all. What is happening in your own may be different from what is happening in my own. I know any woman hearing me say this will be like, wow, you're lucky, you don't iron and stuff like that. But it's not a big deal for my husband, because he just willingly, when we are going out, he will just say to me, your clothes, so okay, does it need ironing? So I can iron it before I start doing this. But just normal thing for him. And I'll look at it, I'm like, oh, it's okay, darling, thank you. It's not, it doesn't need ironing, thank you. And then I'll just go. So it's normal. So when we're talking about gender equality here, so does it mean that if he's doing this, I will now expect another woman come and tell me, oh, I'm the one doing all the washing, doing all the ironing, I will now say to her, wow, it doesn't happen in my home, or I've never ironed for in my life. I don't know why your husband is doing that. No, because there may be other things that is happening in that home that's not happening in mine. And that's why we must not look at others, you know, because gender roles can have a significant impact on our relationship. It can create so much problem if we are not careful. So you have to decide with your husband what will work for you. Sometimes you don't even need to sit down and for example, we didn't sit down to decide, oh, you are the one that will be doing all the ironing and washing. No, no, no. Or you are the one to be doing, for example, cooking. There are specific, since I married my husband, when it comes to all the soups, like native soups and things like that, he won't even know how much pepper or crayfish to put. He doesn't do that. I do all those ones. Of course, as a mom in the house, I do all those ones. Go away. Something just, this summertime when you open window. Anyway, so but when it comes to other things, some other, we call it dad's recipe. He has his recipe. Sometimes he cooks for us, and each time he cooks, when the children were younger, we're like, yes, dad is cooking today. We just enjoy it. Does it mean that he's no longer a man because he's cooking for us and cooking for the family? No. Does it mean that when I used to go to work, because I work from home now, when I used to go to work, I would go out to work and I'll be coming back. Maybe he's still at home. He'll be waiting for me because it's my duty to cook. And I'm just coming back from work so tired. And he was there with his feet up watching telly, and then or using his laptop or his phone, and expect me to go. And it has caused a lot of problem for people, especially in diaspora. I'm talking about diaspora because in Nigeria, let me shock you. I have a relative in Nigeria. One of our visits, when I visited her, I was just observing, and I'm like, what's going on here? In this 21st century, in Nigeria, they did not have any maid, though, because those of you who have maid, maybe you said that maid will do this, maid will do that. The man will sit at the dining table. The wife will be running around like headless chicken, bring the food, bring the water to wash hand on that table. When they are sink, the kitchen is just 2 steps away. Bring the water there and everything for him to eat. And after eating, the woman will be the one to say thank you to him. I'm not talking about people who are not educated. I'm talking about people who are very well educated, and that's how they choose to live their life. And maybe because I've lived in this country for too long, it was on a Kajisimanya. I mean, I don't know how to say it in English. I was like, what's going on? Why are you stressing? Because you can tell that she's stressing by running around and doing all this, and this person just sat there. What kind of thing is that? You're not helping the person, you are just there, and it's your spouse, because what is happening in that home is that the woman takes responsibility for these things, and the woman didn't mind, but you can feel the stress. You can feel that she's not happy doing that. And I said to her, why is your husband not helping? Why can't he go to the sink and wash his hand? At least. Then you have to bring this, you have to do this and do that. Why can't he come to the kitchen and help you? Because I'm here as a visitor. I'm not. When I go to Nigeria, they all know me. Even my own proper siblings, my own older, because my siblings in Nigeria are older. My older siblings, when I get to their house, I say to them, I'm coming from UK where I did not have any maid. When I come to your houses, I'm in the living room, Tolanston. If I come to the kitchen, I'm there to talk to them, just to keep them company, not to pick a broom. No, I don't. I said, yeah, I'm here for you to spoil me. And that's exactly what they do. I don't do that because I'm just there for it. But when I saw her doing all that, I have to help her out. I said, one of them, I said, look, this is a bit too much, don't you think so? But she didn't, even though she was stressing, she didn't see it as anything. She said, no, it's okay. What would he be doing in the kitchen? Why would he come to the kitchen to take the water? No, it's okay. I'm like, I rest my case. That was where I stopped. I didn't go any further to say anything because she felt it was okay. So what I'm trying to say here is gender equality has gone into some of the people's head that you have to do this. I have to be here doing this. And the man, I don't even know what their own role, apart from in Nigeria, I'm talking about Nigeria now, apart from maybe paying the children's school fees, what else do they do? Honestly, tell me, people in Nigeria, what do their husbands do? I mean, those people have that kind of mentality. I know that some Nigerian husbands, I see them on YouTube. They're in the kitchen cooking for their wives. They're in the kitchen cooking for, helping their wives to cook and everything. And it's like, please, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. There's somebody that's been trying to call me. Let me just tell her that. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, let me continue with the comments. He said, if he does not compliment you, teach him how to by complimenting him, and you'll be surprised he will learn to do so. Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you so much, Nemus. Also, you guys that are on the chat, I think mom is having network issue or she's busy. Let me read the comments with you guys so that we'll know what is happening here. I'm just starting from where we stopped before. And thank you so much, Nemuzo, for that. So, ladies in the chat, if your situation is about complimenting, look at what Nemuzo has said. Try complimenting him, so that he will learn, Every day we learn. Okay, Sisonyi say, thank you so much, host and co-host. Amazing topic. I have learned something. Thank you so much for being here, and we appreciate your presence. Thank you for being here, and thank God you learned something from here. God bless you, host. God bless you, Yemsi Variety. Thank you. Hey, Sisongom series. So sorry, we are just seeing here. I'm just reading the chat now. Thank you so much for being here and for joining us. Wow, Nemuzo, I'll try that. See if it will change. Okay, it will surely change. Okay, where again are we? Rose, give him time, not be 2 days something. Give time, you have jokes today. Okay, nah. He will compliment me until I ask him. That's the same thing. Sis Rose, you're not alone, okay? Me too. I don't know what is ironing. It's not a problem for me. Whoa. On my own, I'm lucky that buyers are ironing here for us. We pay people that iron. Okay, I think that is it. Rose, my own husband will say, Imaka. And na biko ka m ghara ịtawi ọnụ. Ige Igbo na-ara m ahụ ma ọ eleghị m ga-ebe. All these our Igbo husbands, don't be small. It's unique. Their own na to finish money. Abeg, I'm happy Igbo ka m ghara ịtawi ọnụ. Apart from taking care of the kids, if husband is not home, making food, husband eventually does everything, and I'm so proud of it. Wow. Seriously, in diaspora, without our husband's support, I don't know how we women, how we women will be doing. If you're in diaspora and your husband is not supporting you, I don't know what you're going through, seriously. Hey, Anita, thank you so much for being here. Please, I greet you today. Today I'm late. It's okay, you can replay. Like I said, my ads are not running. So you can just help me to replay so that the ads will run, okay? Yeah, I give it to my husband too. If he's around, I never enter kitchen. I bet you should not see it. You see, mommy, let me share. You see native soup, ofo olubu, especially when my husband got oha soup, fresh oha. Yeah. And then they enter kitchen that day. If he gets fresh oha, he must be the one to cook that soup.
To cook, you see?
He likes cooking that soup. He loves cooking that soup.
That's the thing.
That's amazing. The thing, mommy. That's the thing. Seriously.
Amazing.
I don't cook oha. Even I don't know if they ask me between me and my husband who cook fast, I will say he himself because I don't know most times. But you guys in my vlogs, you'll be seeing me cooking. That's why soup, because my husband make mostly our soups. That's why I can't vlog him when he's making the soup. So the ones I make is all this pasta, rice, all these things. That's why you guys see all those things in my vlog a lot. No, host, she says she wants to answer call. Okay. Someone has been trying to call. Okay. Now I get it. Mine, cleaning expert. He's amazing. He helps a lot, and I'm happy. Oh, that's good. That's one thing in marriage. What work for A?
Yes.
Does not work for B. That's honestly one thing. My own now is if you see cooking. If you see cooking, my husband what he doesn't want it, he hates his dishes. I love washing dishes. That's I hate cooking.
The thing.
He loves cooking. I hate washing dishes. So that's how it is.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Don't look at any other person or even just works for you. Because when you see them, helping and doing what they can, just be appreciative of that. And if they don't do it properly, tell them that they did it properly. Maybe you can go and do it yourself later. But if you tell them that, if you keep telling them they don't do it properly, they don't want to do anymore. They'll just leave it for you. So don't keep, even if they didn't do it properly or the food wasn't that tasty, just still compliment it. So next time they will improve. There's a way you can say, this is food is so good, or if not that there's a little bit of this. You can, the way you say it, it's not that you are telling him off or that you are condemning that food. Compliment it first, however it is. Next time they will improve. They want to do more. But when you are that kind of nagging and they do something or they try to help you to clean and you're complaining that they haven't done it properly or this and that, next time they don't want to do it. But another thing, sometimes I don't even blame some men, because some of us ladies, we think that the way we do it is the best. And if they do it, that we're never happy. And we don't even say thank you to them. It's like, who even asked you to do that? Why did you even bother? Now I'm going to start doing it again. That's hard work for me. You're discouraging the man, because when he gets to it, you are only a human being. You need that help. You need that support. Those of you in Nigeria who have helps, oh, Lord is here. Lord is here. You know, sometimes I see her laying out all the ede, asugede, and this is all done. The vegetables are cut. Maybe it's her helper behind the scene have done all that and laid it out for her. She will come out and she will cook because she loves cooking. So I can't imagine Lord. The person I'm calling Lord is Ogum. When I can't imagine her husband now coming to that kitchen. What is he looking for in the kitchen now? Because she is seated. The other will not be there to be doing what? What do you expect him to be doing in that kitchen? But to help her, he can take the dishes out, help to wash the dishes. But because they have people who are doing these things, sometimes men don't see why they should be doing this. However, here in the diaspora, because that's where I live and live for many years, that is where the problem is, where men come here and they forget. They are still wearing their Nigerian hat. They forget that they are now in diaspora where there's no maid. And there's nothing like house. Kudos to those of you who are housewives here in the diaspora, because when mine were growing up, there was no time I was 100% housewife. I've always worked, albeit that I did part-time, just maybe 2 nights a week. When I used to work in the ward as a nurse, I just did 2 nights a week, because you need that money to support. One is never enough. But those of you in the diaspora who are housewives and only your husband working, kudos to you. And at the time I'm talking about, when I was working, when mine were younger, it was many years ago. But even at that, both of us have to work to help out. And you don't expect the other person, you know, because we did opposite work. He does this and I do this, and then I'll come back so tired and things were there waiting for me to do while he's been at home. It doesn't happen work now, but it has caused a lot of problems for people in diaspora. They forgot that they are now no more back home where they have mates or where they have their cousins or nieces or wherever in the house. There's always people around the house helping to do these things. They will not clean. You come everywhere, it's so scattered, because the wife is in the kitchen, very busy. They can't even control the children. They're just sitting there watching telly because that's what they think they should do. And it's causing a lot of problems in this Obodo Igbo. So men, when I see some of you who are obviously in Europe and UK and other places in the world, and your husbands are helping, it makes a lot of difference. Even if you're just holding the children for you, taking care of those children so that you can get on with things in the kitchen, that's a big, massive help. But you having to back the children, you're backing them because they're crying, and the husband is still there, and then won't help you with that child. You're backing the child, you're bending down, you're doing this as if you only have that child on your own. It's not good. So that help, that gender equality thing, heart should be removed to some extent. There are, just find what works for you. It's not what has worked for me over the years may not work for you, and so on and so forth. So let's find out what works for us and just work together. Working together makes a lot of difference. Whether you are abroad, or whether you are in Nigeria or wherever, working together, spouses working together, all this gender role and equality should not be an issue at
An
all.
issue.
Yeah.
Linda, you and Igbo language self. My sister, I cannot come and kill myself. I'm a sass, but I don't know what to do. Okay, what work for A might not work for B. Exactly. Album series says ONTV because this one you were looking so okay about our blog. If your husband help you the little way he can, appreciate him, don't compare to the others. Exactly, sis, unique TV. Because that sexiness will not waste. Hey, comment section, welcome series. Thank you so much for being here. So we have talked about the C's in marriage. A lot of people contributed C's in marriage. We talk about so far 14 C's, or is it 15 C's of marriage. So the topic is danger of third party in marriage and the role and equality in marriage. Okay, Ogam series that is just joining in. Thank you so much. So you can, if you're watching from the background, I'm also saying, please don't forget to give this video thumbs up, subscribe to Mommy Fechi's channel, subscribe to my channel if you're watching from the background, or you watch the replay, anyhow it will go. And you can support our channel with super thanks, super chats, all of those good stuff. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate. Okay, my husband helps a lot, especially when he's around and I'm not at home. He will cook before my return, so I always appreciate that. MZ variety. Okay, that's good. That's what I'm saying. A husband that helps, they're the real MVM. Very important. Okay, MVH. Very important husbands. Anita, okay, thank you so much. If you replay, thank you so much. Thank you, Mommy Ifechi, for the good advice. Nemuzo is saying, whoa, thank you so much, Mommy Fechi. Oh my goodness, I just talked about that. Mommy Fechi, thank you so much. God bless you. Not only you're here giving us this wonderful advice and giving us your contribution, you also honor my invitation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you also giving me this super chat. Oh my God, how do I? May God bless you, ma. May God bless you. Guys, please pray for Mommy Fechi in the comment section. Okay, thank her for me. It's not easy for having someone, you talk to someone and she honor the invitation. And not only that, she also give us this wonderful advice. I know that most people here, even the singles that will watch later, I know you will learn something, one or two from here. So thank you so much, Mommy Fechi. I appreciate that. Okay. All right, Mommy, please, you can continue. Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah, I think when it comes to role and gender equality, as I said, and as all the comments have been saying here, it's not, don't compare. Some people are so quick to come and tell you what their husband are doing for them when they are not doing them. Don't compare. Yes. Don't come and answer saying, after all, Nkechi's husband does this. Are you living with them? Because Nkechi, sorry, I'm using Nkechi here. I'm using your name, just walking into my head. I don't mean, yeah. What is Nkechi's husband doing for him? You look at that, and I'm here running around. Did you live with them? Were you in the house with them? Or is it because Nkechi told you that this is what the husband, just to see, maybe they're not even jealous of your own relationship. So don't use that against your husband. Or you see people, even on this social media, people might see your husband in the kitchen with you, and that becomes an issue. Come and see. And your husband will wonder, what am I seeing? What is it? Come, just come first. And the husband will come and say, hey, look at that person. It's actually a YouTuber, one of us. Look at what the husband, you don't even know whether they're using that as a content. Even if it's real, why must you go and call your husband to come and see? I have a typical example. This woman, when we are still in Scotland, this couple visited us, and they came with a friend to visit us in Edinburgh. And I've already finished cooking the soup, because as I say, leave soup for me. My husband may know how to cook soup, but I don't allow him. That's my own territory. He can cook other things. I finished cooking the soup and everything, and we're just chatting. And then it's now time for us to make the swallow for them to cook. My husband always likes to help me with that, but he thinks that it's too strong for me to just trying to help me anyway. So he now came to the kitchen to do that. Incidentally, the wife to the man that visited with their friend was passing by, because the guest toilet is, when you're passing the guest toilet, you see somebody in the kitchen. And he saw my husband turning the food they're going to eat. Hey, she left the toilet where she was going, you know. She left the toilet, that toilet, she's no more needing it. She now ran back to the living room where her husband and their friend were sitting. And he said, come and see your fellow man. Come and see your fellow man. I won't say the tribe, Nigeria, I won't tell you where they come from. Come and see your fellow man. Each time I'll be there. Hey, my husband was so embarrassed. My husband said he should have shut the door. I said, am I shutting the door? Do I know she's going to come to use the toilet? Do I know she's going to react like this? My husband was so embarrassed. Yeah, he didn't even know whether to continue turning the food or not, but he had the mouthful. This lady was giving her husband in the living room because my husband was helping me to turn the food. Is that necessary? And that man was just sitting there embarrassed. He was embarrassed himself. He didn't even reply her. He didn't reply, which I think was a good thing to do. Even if it was the husband that she was talking to, you wouldn't know. Maybe he knew that that's how mad she can be. So he did the right thing by not replying. In fact, when you come to that living room, hearing her jumping and saying, come and see your fellow man, you'll be wondering, who is she talking to? And their friend that they came with was just looking at her as well. And her husband just kept quiet and was looking at the TV. He didn't say a word. And when they left, my husband was like, what is this? You know, and that woman is the type of woman that you can't advise, but I had to talk to her, not that day. Later on, another time I called, I said, look, what you did the other day, you came to her house, was very unnecessary. It shows so much disrespect for your husband. And she didn't allow me to finish. She said, no. Do you think anybody is like your husband? You see, my husband has now become an angel because you saw him helping me to do that food. You don't even know other things that goes behind the scene. If they are raised, you don't even know. She said, no, I know your husband. I can see, I know the type of man your husband. Oh my God. He's already seen my husband all that day because she saw him turning the food for me in the kitchen. I tried to call her later on for this type of thing. I don't just let it go. I didn't talk to her that day. I left it. After a few days, I called her and said, what happened when you came to her house the other day wasn't very good. And this woman is about 2 years older than I and myself. That's what I mean. It's not by age. Wisdom is not by age. You know, I said to her, it's not good. She didn't even let me finish. She said, no. It needs to be said. I'm saying, well, maybe it needs to be said, but not like that. Not in our house like that. Not in front of your friend. Oh, his friend knows him anyway. Hey, oh my God, his friend knows him anyway. Useless man. Hey. That marriage is no longer, by the way, that marriage is no longer on today. I'm not saying that is the reason, but as I said before, accumulation of things will eventually one day, the other party will say, I've had enough of this. I can't cope anymore. So let us be very careful. What we are sharing today, I see all the comments here. People are saying their husband will help. They come back from work and help. Oh, wonderful. That's very good. But assuming yours is not doing it, please don't go and start comparing them, coming to show them another YouTuber whom you saw the husband in the kitchen cleaning and helping them to cook. Don't do that. Because for all I know, this social media, I take most things with a pinch of salt, especially people who are doing lifestyle and other things that people say. If you have to go by that, sometimes you might have high blood pressure. You might be having issues in your marriage because of what you're seeing. That it may even be good that they stage that for the husband to do that, so that others whose husband are not helping can see that it's possible for a man to actually be in the kitchen. It may be that, and you are there killing yourself and destroying your marriage and having high blood pressure and going to bed, you can't sleep just for little nonsense. Please. Yeah, I think I've exhausted what I want to say. You know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because we know that the role of the wife in the home. yeah, the role of the wife in the home obviously is to do these things, be caring. We are nurturers, we nurture and we care and they look after the children and all the rest of it. But the husband, has to obviously complement the wife, and because they have different strengths. The husband and wife, we have different strengths. My strength might be my husband's weakness. His strength might be my weakness. You will see me sometimes when I'm on my live stream. Very small thing, I'm like, oh my God. He'll come and say, I showed you this thing before. I'm like, yes, I know. Please show me again. And he will just show me and go. So his strength and my strength, and we have our strengths and weaknesses. We have to feel each other's. There's one thing each time, so even though we're married for so many years, sometimes we still remember what Reverend Ezigwe said during our marriage when he was preaching. He said, each time I talk about my husband, when we are talking, we bring it up. He said, you have to complement each other. He said, the man has a hole. The man has a hole. The woman has a hole. And both of you will fill each other's hole. That's exactly the exact word he used. The video is still here. We turned that video into the DVD so we can play from time to time. I look at that our marriage so many years ago, and I said to him, see your bride now. See me. Have I changed? You just look at me. Have I changed? I'm still the same. You do that kind of joke with each other. Watch some of your old videos. Watch some of the things you did before to get together, especially when you have time and when your children are not there. Sometimes even when you still have young children, still do things together. Those of you who are lucky to be at home and you have your moms or your parents, some weekends take the children to your parents when they're on holiday. Have the weekend just to yourself. Yes. Have your weekend just to yourselves. Because if you're waiting until they grow up, yes, they grow up so quick, but if you wait until they grow up, then you can be drifting apart, so much apart, using the children, running about because of the children, and you're drifting apart. And by the time the children goes, that hole that Reverend told us to be filling with each other, we have not been filling it. We left that hole until the children are gone, and it's been so difficult. The hole will be too deep to start filling at that time, and it becomes a big issue. Marriage is so sweet. It depends on the spoon you use to eat it.
Mommy.
It depends on the spoon you use. You have to, please, if you don't take anything away from today, take out the fact that no two marriages are the same. All we are saying today is just to share ideas. Take the one that will work for you. Don't look at another person. If you have that kind of friend that will come and be telling you about their husband or about their wife all the time, be wary of that friend. They're not good friends. Especially all they're telling you all the time is all the good things about their husband or their wife, but the men about their husband. They're doing this. They even bought me the best perfume, and they'll go and buy something for themselves. So and you say, "Hi, this your clothes." So I don't even know how much my husband paid for this. I don't even know. Meanwhile, that's the one that bought it. So if you keep listening to people like that, you pass sleepless nights for nothing, and it's not healthy.
Seriously.
So I'm going to stop here.
Thank you so much. You see,
about.
I call it 1 hour section. See, guys, mommy has spent 2 hours with us. Sister Chieke, thank you so much for joining, but we are rounding off. I know. But if you have the time, you can replay. You will learn from this. If you have the time, please replay and you will learn from this. Thank you so much, mommy, for this wonderful time with you and this wonderful opportunity to have you on my channel. Hey, guys, I don't break record though. I don't break record, guys, to have mommy on my channel. I so much appreciate you so much, mommy. And for my audience who are watching, I hope you learn from this topic. And allowing third party in your marriage is very dangerous. It leads to lots and lots of harm to your home, even not only marriage, in relationship, if you're doing boyfriend or girlfriend, in your relationship at large, even in your friendship also, a girl's female friendship, male friendship, allowing a third party is also dangerous in your relationship. And the role of equality, like Mom has summarized, it doesn't matter. Don't compare your marriage with someone else's marriage.
No.
What someone else might be doing, your husband might be perfect in cooking or might be perfect in doing other way. Other people's husband is also good in one way or the other. Do not say,
Yes.
oh, because Mama Nkechi Papa Nkechi is doing this, you also want your own to do that.
Yes.
So you should not do that. And we also talk about the C's in marriage, a lot of C's. If you're watching, you want to learn more, please repay and you watch more of the C's. It's very, very important to choose the ones that are helpful for your home, for your marriage. Choose it. And what else? Subscribe to Mommy Ifechi channel, please. And please thank her in the comment section for me for honoring my invitation and for that wonderful super chat. Thank you so, so much, everyone, for coming. It's super late. Mommy, you can summarize. You want to summarize or?
Yes. Well, in summary, what we have discussed today regarding having hold on, I'm getting distracted. Yeah. Regarding having third party in marriage. Remember, just to recap, that we said that there are various things that can be third party in our marriage. There are various things. It may not just be your family members or your in-laws or whatever. It can be things like social media. It can be things like going out or always wanting to mingle out or look at your phone or your gadget and all the rest of it. Or it can be your colleagues at work, carrying a problem from home to go and share with your boss at work and stuff like that. There are so many third parties in marriages that you have to avoid. Avoid that kind of friend that you think you trust, and you tell them things that are happening in your marriage, and they will use that against you. They will now share it with other people, and they will add salt and pepper. Avoid that kind of friend. I gave you an example of the one that I thought was my friend years ago, and I cut her out immediately without looking back, because confidentiality is very important. And when you have a friend like that, then they're not good. And then we talked about all these C's, and the one that stood out, which always comes up, is communication. How do we communicate? If there are things that you need to talk about that with your spouse. Stop going to third party to complain or to say things about your spouse, because they will give you an advice, either good one or bad one. And most of the time, they will give you one that will not help you in that marriage. So avoid third party in your marriage as much as you can. And then about gender equality, do what works for you. If your husband is good at cooking or cleaning or doing any other thing, compliment them, thank them. Each time they do that, appreciate that they've done it, even though they may not have done it very well. Don't go and start complaining, or in front of them, you start doing that again to show them, and they'll be saying to you, "But I just cleaned that." Yeah, you clean what? Look at it. What did you clean? Because whoever, leave me alone. And they'll start cleaning in front of you. Next time, he won't bother. He'll be like, okay. But if they do it and I think it's not very, there's a way you can say it. Don't start doing it again in front of them immediately. You can even go and say, oh, I thought you said you cleaned that place, but I can see that it's not very, you say, oh, maybe I missed that side or whatever. There's a way. So he knows that next time he will dig in and do that side properly. It is not what you say, but how you say it. Let us always remember this word. It is not what you say, but how you say it. It can be saying the same thing, but in a different way, and the person will get it. But you may be seeing it in the other way, and the person will not get it. It becomes offensive and disrespectful. Respect and trust is very important in marriage. So there's gender role in the home, because the man looks like the internet is going. Okay. Yeah. Gender equality shouldn't be coming in. But remember, the Bible made the man the head of that home. So there are certain decisions that both of you have to take together. You don't go and take decision on your own, even though you're the head of the home. And as the wife, you don't go and take decision and now come and inform your husband, hey, just for your information, I'm going there tomorrow or next week. That is, say gender equality does not mean that you are both wears. I know that we all wear trousers now, like everybody's wearing trousers now, but there is a head in that home. And gender equality does not mean that you'll be lording it over the other person, saying, oh, why didn't you do that? You should have done that. It's your role to do that. You know, for example, one couple here, before I even finish, one couple, what caused problem for them or used to cause problem for them was who takes the rubbish out. You know, here in the UK, I don't know about where you live. On Mondays, every Monday, they come to take the trash. And the next day, and every other Monday, they will take the recycling bin as well. So it's now a case of, I'm always taking this bin out. So one day, the woman forgot to take the bin out, and she was out. So the bin was not out, was not taken out. And then when she came back, she said, I purposely didn't just left it to see what you would do, whether you are going to do it. No, you purposely left what? If you had known that you've always done it, tell him. Or if you remember where you are, oh, I did not take the bin out. Please remember to take that bin out today. So he will now know that it is not just your role. Sometimes pretend that you forgot and then ask him to please do that, and vice versa, so that it's not a case of you are the one that is always doing the cleaning. You are the one that is always looking after these children. You are the one that's always, now everything is now, or no. Sometimes involve the other person because they may not even understand that they should do that. Involve them. Because not involving them and then complaining that they haven't done it is not good enough. Let me stop there before I start going on and on again. Thank you, everyone.
We really enjoy this topic and this discussion with you, ma. Thank you so much. I can't appreciate, I don't know how to say, but ma'am, I really appreciate mommy. I really appreciate for being here and honoring the invitation. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're watching for the first time. Okay, and thank her in the comment section for being here. I think we'll round up. We will call it a day. And next week, every Friday, we'll bring out another topic, and I'll bring out another guest. And mommy says she will come again in the morning matter. So make sure to be there the day this morning matter will come. In morning matter in marriage, she will come. So make sure to be there. She will also come and share her wisdom with us on that topic. I could have sent you it next week, but let mommy rest for next week, maybe the next upper week. We'll bring mommy up again for her advice. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Our next Friday topic, God help me to be bringing more and more topic, because this is what I decide to do. Not only sharing vlogs. I want to impart people's life, because I was going through my channel. It wasn't doing so much. I said, what can I do? And this is the idea God gave me. Go live, talk more of randomly on things, not only vlog, but randomly on anything, any topic that will come my mind. I'll bring it out and we'll share. Okay, that's what I decide. And if you're also watching for the first time, I post vlogs Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't even know. It's so confusing to me now because I don't know what is happening. And mommy, please talk about your channel so that people who might be watching for the first time will also go to your channel and subscribe. Mommy, hello. Hey, network. Okay, her YouTube name is Mommy Ifechi, Ifechi Family. She's having 2 channels, Health and Wellness, Ifechi, and Ifechi Family. Okay, so do well. If you want to know about health, go to Ifechi and Wellness. If you want to know about relationship, marriage, childhood, everything, mommy talks about it. So she's going to 40 years in marriage. So she's matured and she's full of wisdom, guys. So you will love to watch from her channel. You will love to subscribe to her channel, and it will impact your life. Okay. Thank you guys so much. This is almost 12 a.m. here. Bye, mommy. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Okay. Great topic. Night, everyone. Oh, hey, you're still here. All right. Thank you so much for everyone who honored the invitation. Because, you know, when I started and I wasn't seeing people, I was saying, hey, how will today go? But see, here we are, 2 hours, and we are still here. So thank you. Please don't forget to join me next Friday. Another hot topic will come up. Another hot topic will come up with another guest. Okay. So don't forget to join me next Friday. Thank you, Unique Grace. Thank you, Rosemary Okwekwe TV. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Nkechi. Thank you so much. Shake TV. Thank you so much. And Mommy Fechi, God bless you for today. Thank you so much for the wisdom. And who else is still available? If you're available, say hello so that we can thank you. Please join me on Ifechi Health and Wellness on Sunday okay, guys, Mommy is having her 1-year anniversary on Sunday. So please join her on Ifechi Health and Wellness. Please, it's a request from me. Please join Mommy on Sunday, this coming Sunday, on Ifechi and Wellness. That's our second channel. You can come up. She's celebrating her 1-year anniversary. Okay, join us on Sunday. Okay, on Sunday is 13th of August. Yes, 13th of August. Wow, so fast. See how that channel, 1 year is almost here. Wow. I could remember when you started that channel, Mommy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, everyone. Sister Nkechi, thank you so much. You have heard all the discussions we have about the role, about the equality, about the dangers of third party, and it was such a fun and interactive section with Mommy Ifechi family. Okay, thank you so much. Time flies. Seriously, Mommy, time flies. Just now. 1 year is almost here. Wow, thank God. All right, guys, I'll be calling it a day. Please don't forget to join me next Friday. Same time, same venue. Linda Neye TV. YouTube. Okay, every Friday, and it will be a hot topic coming up next Friday. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely day. If you're now it's almost 12 a.m. So have a good night's sleep, everyone that is night, and love you guys. Thank you so much, Mommy Fechi, for the super chat. And please, all that will be rewatching, please don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to Mommy Fechi channel. Okay. Kisses to all of you that came to support me, who was here interacting, because without you guys, this section will not be interactive. Without you guys, it will be boring and people will not share their opinion. So thank you to everyone who contributed. Name also for your contribution. Yemzi Priority for your contribution. Everyone that contributed. Thank you so much. And if you have the opportunity to rewatch, please do well to rewatch, because my ad was not on. So that I can make a little sense from this video. Okay. It's a humble request. If you can rewatch, please rewatch. All right. Thank you, guys. God bless everyone. Good night. Love you guys. Mwah.